Alright guys, thanks for clicking on the video. Thanks for spending a little time with me. As you can see from the title of the video, we're going to have a little bit of fun today. We're going to go over the Scream Factory box sets that I have. Unfortunately guys, I won't be showing you the Vincent Price collections. I know there's 3 of those. The Larry Fessenden collections, I think there's 2 of those. Also, what else? The Universal Horror sets. I don't have any of those neither. Actually, I only have technically 8, but I also threw in another one there because it's kind of like a box set, since there's 2 different cuts of a film and all that. I've already showed it in a recent Scream Factory video, but I threw it in here as well, just to make sure I got every angle of this covered. But guys, we'll probably be here for a little bit, so please feel free, go get yourself a snack, go get yourself something to drink. We're going to take our time, we're going to have some fun with this. I'll try not to get hung up on each box set too long. I'm sure either you guys already have it, or you know, either that, or you know, there's other YouTubers on here who's done some great unboxings and shows all the specs and everything else. But I'll just be going over with you the 9 that I do have, and you know, if you don't have any of them, hopefully this will be a little bit encouraging for you guys to maybe go out and grab yourself one, and so forth. So guys, let's kick back and let's have a little bit of fun. Alright, so decided to go ahead and do the box sets today, especially after the announcement we got yesterday with that Holy Grail collection box set that we have coming in October. So got me really excited, and I was kind of looking through my Scream Factory collection and looking at just the box sets in particular, and unfortunately I come across one. I stated this yesterday in my announcement video. There's just one I come across. I have this, you know, one collection in there. I wish I would have got the limited edition. I'm sure you guys are familiar which one I'm talking about. We'll get there though. It's definitely a regret, but hopefully I'll be able to fix that sooner or later, and maybe I could, you know, sleep a little easier at night. But anyway, guys, first up, guys, I'll tell you that as soon after I show it to you. Anyway, guys, that is, first up is the Amityville Horror Trilogy. Brain just spaced out there for a minute. For any of you guys who don't have this out there, unfortunately, I mean, it's a great set and everything. The cardboard box that houses the 3 Blu-ray disc cases is very flimsy. This, you know, they didn't have a really good practice at that point of, you know, especially doing like the rigid cases, what they're called. I like those cases a lot better. You know, they feel more like the Arrow video presentations of box sets. They're more durable. They're just, you know, it's the kind of shit that collectors like myself, and I'm sure you too, but love to see. Especially the quality. You know, quality is always a big thing. But guys, that thing is a little flimsy. It gets the job done, but it is what it is. Guys, I'm almost sure that this box set is now out of print. I can't be for certain. I do know that last year at some point I actually went into Walmart of all places, and they actually had this box set sitting on the shelf, and they had a few of them on the shelf for like 30 bucks, and I was seeing a few people in Facebook groups also picking it up, landing it for 30 bucks. Got a good deal. 30 bucks is a steal for this set. But unfortunately, the ones I see in my local Walmart, they put this security magnet, like, you know, I'm sure you guys seen them, where they're like these black discs, and they're held on there by these little black cords. Well, they tighten them up so tight on those releases that I picked up, the whole fucking box was like mangled. I mean, it looked like barbed wire had just been stretched across it so fucking tight that even the Blu-ray disc was probably stressed to its max in there before just fucking busting to pieces. But but anyway, like I said, guys, I'm not sure if this is out of print or not. You'd have to check. I'm almost sure it is. I know I just picked up the Amityville, I guess that's called the Curse Collection from Vinegar Syndrome. It's got 4 films in it. I couldn't tell you jack shit about it. I haven't even opened it yet, so I think I just took the top off in my Vinegar Syndrome video just to show you guys that there was 4 Blu-ray cases in there, and that housed the movies and how the case was. I haven't even took the saran wrap off those movies to check them out, and it'll probably be a while before I fucking get to that. But anyway, just had to get it. That was a good price, but enough of Vinegar Syndrome. We're talking about Scream Factory. So guys, this is the first one, which everybody's Favorite Amityville movie? I love the remake as well, but you know, if I had to pick, this is definitely an awesome one. Classic. Got some special features on each one of these discs. Scream Factory did a great job with this set. You know, this was, you know, very early on for Scream Factory, so you know there was definitely some improvements we saw along the way through Scream Factory, but you know they were just learning the ropes as they was going. But you know, it's great films though. Amityville 2, The Possession. Sorry guys, my TV just turned off. But it's been a while since I watched this one. My wife, she's a very big fan of this trilogy set right here, that's for sure. And last but not least, guys, that's Amityville 3D. So all these are single disc editions, and I believe when I got this set, I think I got mine on eBay probably for around the $30 mark, somewhere like that. So and that was a while back, that was years ago, but to you know, be walking around in all places, Walmart, not too long ago, and just to see this sitting on the shelf for $30, I was like, damn. Like, if I didn't have that, that'd be great, but it'd be even better if I didn't have it. And I scored it right here on the spot for $30, and the fucking case wasn't mangled due to Walmart, you know, employees putting those fucking annoying security bands all over shit. I mean, I understand they gotta do that, but you don't have to tighten it up so fucking tight that you're destroying the merchandise. I mean, some people do care about the packaging, such as us collectors. Guys, here's that one I was telling you about with the regret. You know, this gets the job done for me. You know, I love it. I've visited this thing so many times. That is the Halloween 10-disc collection. As you can tell, guys, they got some pretty fat cases right there. 2 big Blu-ray cases right there that house all the discs. 5 titles on each disc, if memory serves me correctly. It gets the job done. It's great. I like it. You know, the first 5 Halloween films is on that disc, and then you got the other 5, including the Rob Zombie 2 films on that one. And like I said, guys, it gets the job done. I like it. I think this is out of print as well. Not only is the limited edition out of print, but this one is out of print too. This is unfortunate. Just fuck, man. Anyway, hopefully I can find that limited edition set for, you know, somewhat reasonable price. You know, after I saw the announcement yesterday for the Friday the 13th box set, I was like, let me go back and take a look at that Halloween box set. And the buy now prices on some of that stuff is just ridiculous. I can't pay no $700-800 for that fucking release. Now there is a few open bids on it and stuff, and I got those in the watch list. So you just kind of, I want to watch them for a little while and just see where the ballpark area is going to land for that. You know, I didn't start this life yesterday. I know I'm not going to get one for, like, you know, what they originally retailed for. I am going to have to pay some money for it to get it, and it might be a little outrageous, but, you know, I definitely want to kind of be a little conservative about it, not just fucking spend a ton of money when I don't really have to. But like I said, guys, I think you know, believe it or not, I actually scored this one. You know, it was back in 2016. I was actually walking through a Walmart and saw this sitting there for $50 and jumped on it. And I think I even had like a gift card and some other stuff. So I was like, this is the perfect time. This will get me by. Let me just settle for this one. As I said before, the limited edition set the Scream Factory released of this set, that big fucking 15-disc set, I was in a Best Buy one night, and I just so happened my eye caught the very bottom shelf. And it wasn't even like a shelf. They had it kind of just sitting on the floor up under a shelf. But there was that limited edition, fucking huge 15-disc set from the Halloween set from Scream Factory. Picked it up. I was looking at it. I was drooling over it. And then I saw the price tag on the front of it, and I was just like, holy shit. It was a pretty hefty price tag. I can't, you know, recall at the time what it was, but I assure you I didn't have the money in my pocket then to scoop that thing up and bring it home. I really regret it. Could have probably done a little bit of homework, and since I love that franchise so much, I should have done a little bit of homework, see what it went for, retail for, and, you know, tried to grab one, but never got around to it, and I really fucking regret that now, because I'm telling you, I would love nothing more than October to get here and get that Friday the 13th set and display both those boxes side by side. Fucking Michael Myers on one side, Jason on the other, and who knows, guys, maybe in the next coming, maybe next year, maybe the next 5 years. With the way Scream Factory's doing their deals, maybe we might actually get like a Nightmare on Elm Street set. It's got to be fucking better than that set we just got a few years ago on Blu-ray, which they look great, got great special features on them, commentaries and all that good stuff. But Scream Factory, man, they could blow that set out the fucking water. But enough of that though, guys. Let's get on to the next one. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here yakking already 10 minutes in. We're showing the third box set only. All right, guys. I scored this for a really good price a few years ago. That is the Human Centipede 3-film box set. To be honest with you, I have watched the first Human Centipede, God, I don't know how many times. It's a fucking disturbing movie. I remember when that movie first came out and it got all the controversy that it did. It was on that list of like, oh, you won't be able to make it through this kind of movie. Me and my wife jumped on it, immediately watched it, and we watched it numerous times over the year. Over the years, I got to the Human Centipede Part 2. I think I might have made it like the first 30 minutes of that film, and I had a few friends just tell me like, man, you gotta watch all 3 of them, and they just fucking get so grotesque. And I got like maybe the first 30 minutes into the second one, had a bunch of shit going on, blah blah blah. I just never came back to it for some reason. But this, unfortunately, it's been sitting on the shelf for a while. I have not seen all 3 Human Centipede films, but from what I've seen from this set, I have revisited the first one. It looks great. They got some awesome features on it. All 3 of these films are the director's cut for all 3 films. They call them the unrated director's cut, and it's a pretty nifty little box set. Once again, guys, just like that Amityville horror set, that Halloween set I just showed you, you take the it's kind of like a digipack setup instead of just Blu-ray cases being inside. Case is real flimsy. It's not one of those things like, you want to kind of store it real safely on the shelf. Be kind of careful with it. Like I said, guys, but great presentation though. I do like these kind of sets that opens up like that. It's fucking awesome. I think I might have, I scored this one off of eBay. I remember comparing prices one time when I first got this a few years ago. I got this on eBay for like $28, and I think on the Scream Factory website they were selling this for like $45. So I was like, it's a no-brainer. Pulled the fucking trigger on it, so I got a brand new box set of this for like $28. I'm so glad to get it too. Like I said, guys, I'll just have to revisit that Human Centipede 2 and 3. I'll get there. Out of all places, I was in Best Buy next up, and just happened to be walking by. Saw in a Facebook group people were going to Best Buy, and they were scoring this box set, really good price compared to what Scream Factory was charging on their site, and it had just came out. Like within a couple months, Best Buy already had this sitting there for a better price than what Scream Factory had on it. And guys, it's a live trilogy. I have a lot of fun with this box set. That first film takes itself pretty fucking seriously, but as long as you can get past that aspect of it, there's a lot of fun to be had in this box set. You're talking about a film that was made in 1974, the second one 1978, and there was a big gap in between that second one to the third one. I mean, we're looking at about 9 years, 1987 for the Island of the Alive. But guys, this is it's a fun box set. They got some new 2K scans from the original film elements. We're talking about Larry Cohen here. If you want a box of Larry Cohen, this is your way to go. I remember looking at this not too long ago. Let's see, the first one, written, produced, and directed by Larry Cohen. Written, produced, and directed by Larry Cohen. The second one again, and written and directed by Larry Cohen, but it was produced by Paul Stoddard. So Larry Cohen, he had his dick on all 3 of these films. It wasn't just something that he just produced or helped finance. Like, he was writer, director, producer, you name it. So that's the feel of these movies too. It's Larry Cohen all over it. And unfortunately, I believe Larry Cohen just passed away. It was last year sometime. It was right when Joe Bob Briggs was showing Q the Winged Serpent on the last drive-in. And unfortunately, that episode had already been pre-recorded before they aired it. And so a lot of us Cohen fans were sitting there like, whoa, they're going to show Q the Winged Serpent. Maybe Joe Bob Briggs is going to do like a memorial and all that other stuff. But it turns out the episode was pre-recorded. But still had a lot of fun with it, though. And Joe Bob Briggs has a ton and tons of amount of love and respect for Larry Cohen, just as much as us fans do. But guys, that is a great box set right there. If you find that thing for like $30, I guarantee you'll have a lot of fun with it. And you're getting your money's worth. Like I said, I think I picked that up at Best Buy. It was like $30. Seen on the Facebook groups, people were going out in the wild to Best Buys and finding them. I was fortunate enough to walk around in mine, which is like a fucking 45 minutes away from my house, but I finally got to it. And it was a trip that was not wasted because this was sitting on the shelf, and so glad to bring that home when we crack into it. But guys, that's the It's Alive trilogy. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get this next one out of the way. This one is not a box set. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It's definitely not a collector's edition. It is a limited edition set, and I've already showed it in the previous video, but let's cover it just to make sure, because I do kind of count this as a box set. And I'm sure me counting this as a box set, somebody's going to say, well, why didn't you count Creepshow as a box set? Well, Creepshow is officially branded a collector's edition, so it's not really what you would call a box set. And there's only one cut of Creepshow, as opposed to this. There's not multiple movies in this box set, but there is different cuts of this film. And the way it's set up, it pretty much is a box set. I display this as a box set, so guys, whether I get some shit for this or not, I'm just going to show it anyway. But guys, that is the Nightbreed limited edition box set. This was limited to 10,000 copies. My number on this one is 4,987. So this copy was produced in the first half sequence of that 10,000. If I turn it over on the side, guys, I'm hoping you can see that. Hopefully that camera will focus just a little bit, but that is the theatrical cut, which is 1 disc, the director's cut, which is 2 discs. You get a booklet in there. And the case for this thing, as I said before, is fucking thick and awesome. And this is the kind of boxes we all want for our shit. It's, I don't know if you guys can really pick that up, but I trust you, that thing, I assure you, it's thick as hell. And it feels amazing. It's got some weight to it. It doesn't feel flimsy. It doesn't feel like it's going to fucking crease if you just, hold it the wrong way kind of thing. But that's a great set. I had one of my best friends came over, and he's a fan of this film, and really turned me on to it when we were younger. But he picked this up off the shelf and was looking through it, watched some shit, looked at the book. He's like, "That's an amazing set." And I'm like, "Yeah, I had to pay a little bit of money for that." And he was like, "Well, how much did you pay for it?" And I was like, "Well, I paid I think it was $50 or $60." And he's like, "That's worth it." He's like, "If I fucking find one on eBay," because at that point they were sold out. He was like, "I'll definitely pick one up for that." And sure enough, like fucking hours later, like he's sitting on the couch in there, he's like, "Boom, got it. It's on the way." And then wasn't too long after that, he was like, "Fuck it, I'm finding the posters for it too," and got both the posters. This was released with posters, guys. There's other box sets though. The Amityville Horror did have a poster with it. I rarely ever see that thing anymore. Used to see 1 or 2 pop up on eBay here and there. But yeah, so far what I showed hasn't come with posters. Not unless you got that Halloween limited edition set and you pre-ordered it from Scream Factory and you got one of their first ever rolled lithographs. And just that fucking lithograph alone, I've seen that shit sell for like $300 just by itself on eBay, which is fucking insane. But it is what it is. But guys, either you got this box set right here, which was a limited edition box set that you could get exclusive through Scream Factory, and it came with a poster of that artwork. Or you could buy the director's cut, which was another offer, and you got this with the 2 disc set, this slipcover, and the poster that matches that one. So thankfully, over the years, me and my best friend being the fans that we are of this fucking film, especially with Clive Barker, got a lot of love and respect for that guy. We were both fortunate enough to have both these releases and both the posters that came with it. So me and him, we also ordered the Nightbreed set, limited edition set from Arrow Video when they released it. And he got his first, came over to my house with it. Me and him cracked it open, was taking a look at it, watching some stuff on it, and we was just sitting there drooling like kids, like normal. Got a lot of love for that movie. It's just fucking great. And I already had that box, but Arrow Video says they're doing a limited edition of it. I love the hell out of that movie, so I had to have that one too. And not to mention that there's, whenever you go with, especially like you read some shit on the internet or you hear like some stuff from fans, I can't tell you how many fucking cuts of Nightbreed there's probably in existence when it comes to just people talking about it. We all know the Cabal cut, which is some resemblance to the director's cut. We have that theatrical cut, which is, the footage is so fucking cut. I mean, there's like 45 additional minutes itself just between the director's cut and the theatrical cut. And there's been so many different cuts of that fucking film exists. Who knows? By the time it's all said and done, I'd like to see Clive Barker really like sit down with something and be like, "This is the way I wanted this movie to look." Whatever footage they're talking about that's lost, it really doesn't exist. I'd kind of like a clear-cut answer on some shit, but who knows if we'll ever get there or not. But anyway, guys, before we sit here and talk 20 more minutes about fucking Nightbreed, either you seen it, or you haven't, and you haven't. Check it out. It's pretty fucking awesome. This is definitely something different from Clive Barker, and this is very noteworthy. The fucking the psychiatrist, the main character sees in that movie is none other than David Cronenberg. So that's really cool. All right, guys. Up next, I was trying to think too. I just kind of went to go pick this up, and I was like, wait a minute. Did they ever release a poster or a lithograph for this? They didn't. I'm sure they didn't. And guys, that is the Wreck Collection. This collection has all 4 films in it. I would love to tell you that these movies are great, and I enjoy watching them. To be honest with you, I have not seen the first fucking Wreck film. I haven't seen it. I seen, what was it? Was it Quarantine? That was basically the American-based movie that was kind of based around this. I'm not even sure. I just don't even really. I'm just holding shit in my hand, showing it to you. I don't even know what the fuck it is, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think this was. I think it might have been Christmas 2018. My wife got this for me as a Christmas gift, and I was very glad to get it. Once again, you know, my best friend, me and him that grew up with the Nightbreed, and he got the same set and all that. He pre-ordered this from Scream Factory, and I know he loves all the movies in it. And I remember when they announced this, he was very excited. I believe he jumped on this shit like immediately whenever Scream Factory made that announcement for this set. And of course, it got my interest peaked because I was like, wait a minute, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen any of those movies, and you know, for him to be like, I gotta fucking order this day one, it definitely, you know, got my attention. Guys, there's the this is a good case too, guys. I'll pull it out. That's, you know, another one of those that's really good, thick, sturdy, the shit that we like. Hopefully that practice stays in effect. Hopefully we never go back to those little flimsy cases that I get fucking nervous about just holding. But anyway, guys, there's the first Wreck movie right there. I'll go through them here in a second, but I think these are all single disc releases. Wreck 2, Fear Revisited, Wreck 3, Genesis. Oh, shit, guys. Well, it'd be nice if I didn't drop all the shit, but that white is gonna. Sorry for the glare, guys. I'm gonna try though. Hopefully, you guys can see that. That is Wreck 3. Just throw the shit in the floor. Where was that, guys? I showed you Wreck 1, 2, 3, and finally Wreck 4, which is the fuck they call this movie, Apocalypse. So there that is. I'll take a look through them right quick, guys, just to make sure I'm not lying to you. That's single, 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 and single. They say anything on the back of this. Special features is making of, featurettes, behind the scenes footage, outtakes, deleted scenes, trailers, and more. I do know that when they announced this, there was something about subtitles. That's one of the things that's kind of held me back from getting into these films. I believe my buddy told me that, you know, these films are just, you know, to understand them, unfortunately, especially for me, I have to read fucking subtitles because I don't know what language it is they're speaking. Something or another with that, guys, though. But I'm sure you guys out there have this set, love the hell out of it, seen every movie, and you're probably sitting there going, why the fuck am I watching Johnny Walker hold this box set that most people would love to have but don't? And this motherfucker's never seen one film out of that box set. I couldn't tell you. It's been sitting there on the shelf. I just literally done my hand like this just to get some dust off of it because it's just been sitting there probably since I put it there January just to rearrange their shit. But I do like the style of the box set. I like the artwork on there. I love that each movie gets its own designated case. I love that. They go well and beyond with their box sets, and I love it. Guys, the next one I'm going to show you, I can tell you a fucking lot about because I love this collection. So when they released this, guys, this was announced at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, Was that 2018 or 2019? 2019. It wasn't too long ago. We just got this. But when they released this, if you went through ScreamFactory.com and you got there on time to do your pre-order, you got 2 lithographs with this collection. And it's a great fucking release, guys. And that is the Critters collection, guys. When they fuck, I'm trying to get it to pop, guys. Hold on, just the lighting in here. When they announced this set, guys, I mean that was one of the biggest things going for them for that San Diego Comic-Con. I mean, there's a bunch of other good shit too. I think that's when they announced. Oh fuck, was that Trick or Treat, Creep Show? Shit. I mean, they announced Halloween 2 and 3 Steelbooks, Silver Bullet, My Bloody Valentine. I mean, a lot of good shit. But I mean, you know, of course, when they announced this one, a lot of people was very fucking excited. And one really good thing about this is a lot of people was like, wait a minute, that's Warner Brothers. Like Creep Show, fucking Critters. Like, this is Warner Brothers stuff. And this was, you know, this is a company that Warner Brothers is kind of known not to really work with boutique labels. So to see Scream Factory get in the door and work with these people, that was very nice. And very exciting because the possibilities, you know, the window just opens up. I mean, who knows what's next? Like, you know, maybe New Line Cinema will definitely just go hand in hand with Scream Factory, and we could fucking get Bob Shea to release those goddamn rights for Nightmare on Elm Street, so we can get that franchise one day through Scream Factory. But guys, this has new 2K scans from the original film elements. I think they did the first, was it 2 or 3 films with a new 2K scan? The first film 2K scan, second film 2K scan. It's 3 and 4 that didn't get that 2K scan treatment. Let me take them out, guys. A lot of fucking features on these discs, guys. A lot. I mean, I'm sure you guys already got it. And if you haven't, you're probably looking into getting it. You know, make sure you check the specs out on it. You could probably still, I'm sure you can still get this at ScreamFactory.com, as well as that Rec collection and stuff. But guys, there's the first one, and the covers for these guys look fucking insane. They're so good. The 2 lithographs that came with it too, I like those too. Those were great, guys. There's Critters 2. Try to get that light to give you guys a break. Here's Critters 3, and of course Critters 4. Bear with me, guys, I'm trying. But I think the pre-order for this, with this box set and the lithographs, I think came out was like 60 or 65 bucks. And I mean, for everything, for all 4 of those movies, the features, the box, the lithographs, it was a great price at that time. I'm not sure what it goes for now. I do remember they had a sale. It was somewhere in there, and they actually discounted this pretty good. I kept seeing a lot of YouTube videos where people jumped on that sale and they took advantage of the Critters set finally. But that was a very big announcement for Scream Factory. It was fucking great to see it too. Next up, guys, this just got released at the end of last year, and this is a great collection. I finally just started digging into this thing. I've seen one of the films out of this box set numerous times. And I finally just started going back watching the originals, because unfortunately I'd never done it. But of course, with Scream Factory, they'll take, you know, this real big popular remake or whatever it is, and they'll include the originals in these box sets, and they're fucking awesome. And this one, if you order through ScreamFactory.com and you got there in time while they still had some left, you got an exclusive lithograph with it. And guys, that is the Fly collection. Oh, I knew the green would probably cause a glare. Great artwork, guys. The lithograph matches that artwork. Vincent Price right there. Gotta love it. Just watched the first Fly just the other morning. Came home from work, wanted to wind down a little bit. Figured I'd fall asleep watching it. No, I stayed up. I watched that bitch twice. Love it. Love it. There's this fucking scene in there where I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, guys, I always keep the J cards and stuff like that with the specs on and everything. Usually they come kind of like glued to the back right here, or something like that. And usually if I have a feeling they're gonna, you know, come off or anything, I'll just take them off and slip them right inside the box. But a lot of stuff, guys. New interviews on here, new audio commentaries. Even has a new audio commentary with David Cronenberg documentaries. Vintage featurettes. They ported over theatrical trailers, deleted scenes, and alternate endings for The Fly 1986 and The Fly 2. The biography of Vincent Price, TV spots, radio spots, still galleries, and a fuck ton more. Guys, these things are loaded down. They look great. I did watch, like I said, I watched this one just the other morning. Oh, guys, maybe if I back up, maybe it might come in. We definitely got to figure out something to lighten here, guys. Let me try to dull that down. Tell you what, let's just change the setting altogether. Maybe that might help. Let's see. I don't know if that helps out any guys. Anyway, guys, that is The Fly. And I just watched that. That's, fuck, man, that was a great watch. Like I said, I watched it twice. I clicked on one of the bonus features on there, and that's when I fell asleep. But I was very intrigued by it. Haven't watched this one yet, and that's Return of the Fly, the second one. Very much looking forward to that. And The Curse of the Fly, guys, and I haven't seen that neither. This movie was on either it was on a like this DVD compilation, or I can never remember if this was on a DVD compilation or it was just like a bootleg DVD I had bought at the time. I can't remember. But guys, everybody knows this one. Usually, especially with David Cronenberg, I'm going to tell you straight up. I know a lot of people, love David Cronenberg. They have seen every minute of footage that guy has ever filmed. Unfortunately, I haven't, but I can tell you I've seen a fucking handful of his movies. And, as much as I love, like, Rabid, Shivers, and I like Dead Ringers, I definitely need to revisit that, though. I didn't even ever watch that film until Scream Factory released it as a collector's edition. And that was my first time ever hearing of it and watching it. Liked what I saw of it. It's pretty fucking bizarre, but it's Cronenberg. But when it comes to Cronenberg, if I had to pick, I love the hell out of this movie, and it's right there with it. But it'd be Videodrome and then this one, because I don't know what it is about fucking Videodrome, but I love that film. It's and I experienced, I got to experience that movie so fucking late in life. I remember it being in the video store, walking past that VHS box set so many times and just never getting it, because, to be honest with you, that VHS box set, the box that I used to walk past with the artwork on it, very fucking misleading. Like, I just kind of looked at it and just kind of thought, like, what kind of suspense movie is that? And Videodrome is just more than just a suspense movie. It's fucking great. Anyway, guys, last in that box set is The Fly 2. I'm sitting here just rambling about David Cronenberg. Every time we get stuck on that conversation, I just keep rambling. But anyway, guys, that's the Fly collection. All 5 films in the box right there. Let me see if I can turn down that light, guys. Maybe it might help out just a little bit. There we go. So anyway, guys, that's all 5 films right there. I was very excited when they announced this. My best friend, of course, he locked in his pre-order. He was very excited. He's a big fan of the Fly remake, the David Cronenberg one. And he locked in his set, and he was very excited for it. And I told him, I was like, I'll just wait a little bit. Let me take care of some other stuff and get some other shit right quick, and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, man, you better jump on her. You're going to lose that fucking lithograph. And that lithograph's probably going to sell for like 20, 25, 30 bucks on eBay, and you're just going to end up paying more money for the shit. And I was like, yeah, don't worry about blah, blah, whatever. Being such a good friend that he was like, look, fucking here's the money right now. I just sent it through PayPal. Go order the fucking thing. Just pay me back whenever. So it was fucking awesome of him, and we've done that numerous times before. Just so much shit's coming out, hard to keep track of it, and stuff like that. So fortunately for him, I did get my box set and my lithograph, and he's a fucking awesome man for it. But anyway, guys, this is the last box set in the collection, guys. Unfortunately, I only have 9 of them. Technically 8, including that Nightbreed set, which makes it 9, I guess. But like I said, I kind of just avoided the Vincent Price collections. Those volumes. Basically, when I started collecting in 2016, that Vincent Price Volume 1, that Vincent Price Collection Volume 1, is fucking outrageous. Like, it was already out of print. That shit was on eBay for like $200, $250. And as time has went on, that bitch went to $300 and plus. Especially if it's new and sealed and all that other good shit. But Scream Factory just released recently, can't even talk today, get it together, recently did a post on social media saying that they were bringing back that collection. It was going to be back in circulation. Unfortunately, I think there were some intros before each film that they can no longer use due to legal issues, I'm assuming. And so that'll be cool. But one bad thing is I never worried about really getting to, Volume 2, Volume 3, because just Volume 1 was going to be a pain in the ass. Now they're reissuing that, and now Volume 2 is out of print. And I believe Volume 3 might be out of print. I can't really remember, but I know Volume 2 is. Now that motherfucker is selling for stupid money on eBay. So I think when it comes to those Vincent Price collections, I think it's just going to be a pain in the ass no matter what. It's great. I'm going to be able to go through Scream Factory and get the first one, but now I guarantee it. I'll be paying out the ass for Volume 2 and possibly Volume 3, but maybe one day I'll get there. It's just one of those things. There's so much shit to collect and so much shit I love, and you can only get so much you only get so much of it at a time. If the saying's true, you just can't have it all. You just can't have it all. But like I said, guys, I don't have the Larry Fessenden collections. I think there's like 2 of those. I know there's one of them. Could be possibly 2 of those. The Universal sets that they kept releasing, the old Universal movies, they'd have like 4 films on each box set. I think they released like 4 or 5 volumes of that. I don't have the first one of those. I remember they had a sale one time. I think they had like the first 2 in that series marked down pretty well. Should have grabbed them, but I didn't. I grabbed some other shit instead. I'm trying to think about some other box sets that they have. Just nothing really comes to mind right now that I could think of, but I'm sure there's more out there. I just don't have it. But anyway, guys, I was fortunate enough to grab this one last Halloween. This is a great set. Came with a lithograph with the same artwork. I have went through every nook and cranny of this box set. I love these films. As soon as I got it, it took me about 3 or 4 days to get through everything in it, between the work schedule and all that other good shit. But I got through it, and this is an amazing box set, and that is The Omen. Guys, I know that, you can still get this one. You probably maybe you could find, you know what, believe it or not, I think I just saw somebody in a Facebook group not too long ago, and they said that they actually found one of these at their local Walmart, and I think it was only $40, which is a steal, because there's 5 fucking movies in here, and a ton of special features. And when Scream Factory announced this for this set and that lithograph, and I think the lithograph was limited to 666 copies, which was fucking, that was an awesome choice to limit that number to. But yeah, I think it was like $65 if you wanted this with those with that lithograph. So yeah, finding this out in the wild for $40, that's a steal, because there's a lot to offer in here, and there's definitely more than, it's worth $40. I bought it for $60, $65, and I still think I got a good deal on it. There's fucking great films in here. Guys, once again, the box on this that houses the Blu-ray cases is good and thick. It's just great quality. There's one of the times where the sheet actually stayed on there pretty good, so I just left it on there. I am very OCD about spec cards, like, J cards and stuff like that on the steelbooks from Arrow Video and Scream Factory, which those ain't J cards because they don't wrap around the front. They're just kind of, they're kind of like this. It's just the one sheet right there. They don't bend and fold. This one stayed on there well, so I just left it as well, as it is. But fuck, man, there's some good stuff on this 4K remaster of The Omen. There's new interviews with actors, directors, production assistants. There's a documentary on here called The Omen Legacy. 666, The Omen Revealed documentary, still galleries, audio commentaries, vintage featurettes that's been poured over from previous releases, theatrical trailers, TV spots, radio spots, and a ton fucking more. Guys, this is a great set. I couldn't recommend this. I even there was a few in here, except for, what was it? I think it was, The Final Conflict, which is Omen 3. It's called The Final Conflict. It's basically The Omen 3. But I didn't let my kids watch that one with me. That's the only one. That's, Sam Neill plays I'm sorry, I said Sam Neill. It's fucking, it's Sam Neill. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there for a sec. But, 40 minutes in, I'm just rambling. But, there's a pretty graphic sex scene in The Final Conflict, so. But the original one, though, I sat down with my kids and watched that one. This looks absolutely amazing. You'll probably never find a better scan of this film, not unless they release a 4K UHD. This thing is fucking, this is what perfection looks like, especially when Scream Factory gets a hold of it, of those film elements, and get to do the restoration themselves. But guys, this thing looks great. It's a 4K remaster of the film, and there's a ton of special features on here, guys. This is a single disc set, single disc release anyway. Guys, here's the Omen 2 Damien. This white cover, guys, so bear with me. I'll try to get that. I think it just kind of cleaned up for you right there. Get new interviews with the actors, new commentaries with special project consultant Scott Michael Bosco, audio commentary, theatrical trailer, TV spot, radio spot, still gallery. Got a little bit to offer there. And guys, I definitely love the Omen 2. This is a great film. I know a lot of people don't really talk about Omen 2. I usually don't hear anything anyway, but Omen 2 is a great fucking film. I love it. William Holden, Lee Grant's in that. Guys, here's the one I was telling you about, the Final Conflict. This is the Sam Neill one. Unfortunately, when I was going through the box set, this was the only one I couldn't, like I said, watch with the kids. Definitely have to probably like timestamp that a little bit better, and maybe I could sit down and watch it with them, because it is a great film. And Sam Neill, he plays one hell of a fucking character in here. I mean, he does a great job playing Damien. So, but 1981 that release, guys. But new interviews with the director Graham Baker, writer Andrew Birkin, new audio commentary. The Omen Legacy. This is the one that's got the Omen Legacy documentary. Theatrical trailer, still gallery. So got some good stuff to offer right there. And guys, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first time I ever watched this film when I got this box set, and that is Omen 4: The Awakening. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this film was basically filmed exclusively for TV, so it's basically a TV movie, and it's got that feel to it. You can tell by the budget, the way it's being filmed, and even the pacing of it. It feels just exactly like an old, and maybe like a late 80s television flick. New interview with writer Brian Taggart. 666, the Omen revealed documentary in the still gallery. And guys, I had a lot of fun with this. It's definitely one of those that's got a budget to it. You could feel it. I mean, what television movie doesn't have pacing issues? But I had a lot of fun with it, and that was my first time ever watching it. Wouldn't mind revisiting this one again pretty soon. But I did have some fun watching it. And last up, guys, the fifth film in that box set. This is the remake of The Omen. This is a great film. The imagery in this movie is one of a kind. The imagery in this film almost kind of feels like, to me, if you blended like a Clockwork Orange and The Shining, some elements of The Shining together. There's some imagery in there that almost feels very familiar to me. But as I was watching this, I was like, it'd been so long since I'd watched this, until I got that box set. And I popped it and I was having a lot of fun. Kids was loving this movie too. I think they like older movies, but of course, when they look newer and, they're a little bit more relevant with what's being showed in front of them. This one right here, I think, got them. They like this a little bit better than the original, but man, that fucking original though, man, I take that pick any day of the week. But this is nothing to skip out on though. I love the hell out of this one too. Audio commentary with director John Moore, producer Glenn Williamson, and editor Dan Zimmerman. Abbey Road Sessions featurette, which don't know what that is, but I'm assuming that's definitely got something to do with the score of the film, especially if it's Abbey Road Studios. Revelation 666 featurette, and unrated extended scenes and extended ending. I think we did look at, I think there's like an alternate kind of like ending, and we checked that out. I just can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but guys, this was a great box set. Once again, my best friend too, when they announced this, me and my best friend, we pre-ordered this thing right away. It was, I had the Omen Blu-ray set, and I still have it over there. It's in that flimsy ass set put out by, was that Warner Brothers that put that out, I believe? I think no, that was 20th Century Fox. I can barely see the top of the logo right there. But guys, they put that box set out so fucking shitty, and you can just tell like it it wasn't even like an eco kind of thing. They just did it so shitty. Like, they barely put any money into that release. And the Omen has its fans, so. But Scream Factory with this box set compared to that piece of shit over there on the shelf, this fucking set right here is like gold. I mean, it's fucking awesome. And that thing right over there is like a turd. So, but yeah, guys, I love the hell out of this box set, though. If you don't have that and you're interested in that, this is one I can tell you. I went through every single little thing pretty much on this set, and it's worth the money. You know, if you're willing to dump $40 for it, try to go to your local Walmart. If you don't even see it on the shelf at your local Walmart, get on Walmart.com, see if you can score it, you know. Because, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, for $40, that's a great price. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, people were finding this one as well at Walmart here just a few weeks ago. I saw in the Facebook group, and they were like, hey, I just found the Fly collection sitting on a shelf at Walmart. I just paid $39.98 for this. And I'm like, fuck. Like $40 a piece for each one of these? You're getting 5 movies in each one. That's, you know, it's not even $10 a fucking movie. Not to mention the supplemental material. You know, they're doing great scans and, you know, audio work for these films, documentaries, you know, documentaries, commentaries, and all that. I mean, it's, guys, this is, you know, just phenomenal shit. But yeah, guys, that's all 9 of the box sets I have. We just right about to hit the 46-minute mark, so it is what it is. Pretty long video, but I was pretty excited, you know, to do the box set video, especially with that announcement, like I said, that fell yesterday. Guys, I shot a video yesterday for the Scream Factory announcements. Shot the video before I went to work, and unfortunately, the Wi-Fi at my job just sucks ass, and it wasn't uploaded correctly, and there was all kind of errors. So I had to wait till I got home last night, connect to my Wi-Fi router here, plugged it up, and let it upload that way. So of course, we got the, you know, I made that video for the announcements yesterday, but of course that video didn't even come out till like after midnight last night, which was, I think it was a lot later, but so sorry about that, guys. But you know, I tried and just tried to do what I could with the amount of time I had, and plus that, you know, that free window of time. But guys, that'll be it for this video. I do got an idea for another video, so I'll see if I can shoot that real quick and get some content on the channel. Love doing this. Love hanging out with you guys. I love seeing you comment. And guys, you know, please feel free to hit me up on Facebook. That's Johnny Walker. That's JOHNNIE. Johnny Walker on Facebook. Please feel free to hit me up. Just hit me up in the comment section on here. Let me know you're sending me a friend request. That way I know to look out for you. And you know, been very fortunate enough to connect with a lot of people through doing this, and I think this video right here is like it's either video 41 or 42, and today marks basically 26 days being on YouTube. So I've been putting on some content, you know. I definitely like to, you know, I'm gonna keep shooting a lot more. That way it gives, you know, some other options. I was thinking about, you know, I've been doing Scream Factory videos and Arrow videos. You know, that's the dominant videos I've been doing on this channel. But I got a whole shelf over here full of Vinegar Syndrome. You know, that was my first video I done, was the halfway to Black Friday sale for Vinegar Syndrome when I did the unboxing. And I definitely need to do Vinegar Syndrome video, maybe some Vestron, you know, some Grindhouse, you know, just shit like that. But open this channel up a little bit more, not just stick it to 3 or 4 different labels. But I got so much stuff at Scream Factory and Arrow Video, they take over the bulk of my collection. And I like showing that stuff because I'm very proud to own it and love it. And hopefully, you know, other people out there who don't know anything about it are watching the video. If you are now and you're definitely wanting to get something, that's awesome. We need to, it's awesome to share it together. Anyway, guys, almost at the 50-minute mark. I'm just sitting here rambling, probably putting you guys to sleep and boring you to death. But anyway, guys, those 9 boxes right there I just showed you, if you have any of them and you like them, please hit me up in the comments section. You know, if there's a feature on there that you love, there's a scan on there that looks, you know, just flawless to you. It's the first time you ever seen that movie and that presentation. It looks great. Hit me up in the comments section. Let's talk about it. You know, of course, if there's any of those you have and you just flat out fucking hate it, tell me about it. Tell me what you hated so bad about it. But guys, if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that button. I'm doing videos, trying to every day, getting some content up on the channel, and making sure you guys have something to look at, listen to, and maybe we can share this stuff together. But guys, as always, that's going to be it for this one, and hopefully I'll shoot another video or two for tonight to keep some stuff on the channel. But until then, guys, stay safe, be careful.